Yeah, Red Wing traffic, Cessna 1025 Sector, clear 09 Red Wing.
The Red Wing Airport first opened in 1928 as a government-operated landing field in Hager City, Wisconsin for the sole purpose of airmail planes and emergency landings. In 1940, the government closed down the field because it was no longer able to accommodate newer and larger planes. After this closure, the city of Red Wing became interested in securing an airport. In 1946, the city bought 147 acres of land between Hager City and Bay City, Wisconsin. At this time, the airport consisted of two short grass runways running east to west and north to south. However, in 1959, the runways were deemed unstable for business aircraft. Over the next 2 years, improvements of all kinds were made to the airport, and the Red Wing Shoe Company leased a part of the land to establish a hangar on the north side of the airport. During this time, John Howley Jr. donated 139 acres for the use of the Red Wing Airport, and the runway was altered again to include night lighting. In 1970, Harold Henn constructed a large maintenance hangar just east of the Red Wing Shoe Hangar. Bob Seifert purchased this large hangar and established Seifert Skyways in 1978, which offered flight instruction, gas sales, and charter services. Then in the late 70s and early 80s, additional land was purchased and the runway was extended 1,000 feet and a 24 by 24 foot terminal building was built. New taxiways, enlarged parking ramp, and a new lighting system were also added. 1989 saw the beginning of construction for a new and larger terminal building and a maintenance hangar. Another phase of the airport expansion occurred during the mid-90s. The runway was realigned and lengthened to 5,010 feet. Then, with the installation of the ILS, or Instrument Landing System, the Red Wing Regional Airport became an all-weather airport. With this designation, the FAA requires that the runway be cleared within 3 hours of any significant snowfall. In 2003, a maintenance building was completed to house snow removal equipment and other maintenance equipment. The most recent expansion to the airport was the commercial aircraft parking area, which was completed in 2007. This allows larger aircraft to park safely in a non-congested area. This program will explore the Red Wing Airport's history, its maintenance, and its contribution to the economic growth of the area. This is a look at the Red Wing Airport today. This is a unique airport. It is one of only a few airports in the country that is located in a different state from which it is owned. Annually, approximately 20 to 30,000 planes take off or land here, and around 50 planes, including a few corporate-based aircraft, are locally based here. This airport also supports air ambulance traffic, and on occasion, military helicopters use it for training purposes. The airport master plan is continuing to evolve for the future needs of aviation at the airport. The terminal acts as the center for visitors coming into the airport. Pilots use the flight planning room to check weather briefings from the FAA as well as to file flight plans. In addition to the flight planning room, there is a conference room and a terminal service counter. The terminal service counter is used for the requesting of services and needs of incoming and departing aircraft. Typical information provided are where planes should be tied down, general information about the airport, services offered at the airport, facilities, as well as local information. In 2005, Blue Airways completed a pilot's lounge in the terminal. This lounge allows pilots to rest after a long flight or in between flights out of the way of other airport activity. An additional part of the airport includes a remote weather computer, bathroom, and phone that is open and available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. The fixed-based operator and caretaker of the airport can also be found here in the terminal. The fixed-based operator, or FBO, is an operator at the airport who runs a business such as aircraft maintenance, fueling, storage, flight training, and aircraft rental. The FBO provides upkeep of the terminal and city-owned hangar, such as mowing and snow removal. This position is also the caretaker for the airport and is responsible for communication with the city on ongoing operations at the airport. The caretaker also reports airport deficiencies, such as lighting, debris, snow conditions, and monitoring the instrument landing system. The Red Wing Airport has a mix of both private and commercial hangars, facilitating both recreational flying and corporate aviation. Hangars are a necessity for transient aircraft to protect them from severe weather and winter storms. Private hangars are owned by private individuals and are located at the west end of the airport property. Currently, there are around 40 privately owned hangars, and space is available for the construction of additional private hangars. Commercial hangars at the airport are home to commercial operators such as Blue Airways, Red Wing Aeroplane, and Seifert Skyways. A corporate jet coming into the Red Wing Regional Airport will land, and after refueling, may park in the commercial hangar until its departure. Hangars are safe and secure at all times. Spaces are available at the airport for commercial operators. When a plane is preparing for takeoff, it makes its way to the runway via the taxiway. The taxiway runs parallel to the runway. It allows planes to get from one end of the runway to the other, as well as acting as an entrance to or exit off the runway at different points without getting in the way of planes landing or taking off. This is the runway. It looks very similar to the taxiway. However, the runway is where all planes take off or land. As of the last update in 1993, the runway is 5,010 feet, just shy of a mile long. At this length, it allows some larger corporate planes to utilize the airport. Both the runway and the taxiway are paved with blacktop. But due to the blacktop's strength, as well as the length of the runway, commercial airliners could not land here.